When it comes to losing body fat, one of the questions that tends to crop up quite a lot all over the net is, what should you really concentrate the most on? Weights or cardio? Let's discuss that here on Exchange for Gains.
Let's exchange your mind up, Let's exchange for what? Exchange for gains. Join that gym, get lost to the moment. Let's turn that to a lifestyle. We ain't getting any younger. Why fall to the side and lie down? Give it those plates, I'll push that. The only food that I put in my body be good. I don't wanna look broke when I look back. I wanna look ram. This journey get fitness, trust in the process.
What's going on, my good people, and welcome to another episode of Exchange for Gains. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. If you're someone who's new to the channel, I hope this video, gives you the motivational and inspirational purposes that you require, especially when it comes to, losing weight, whether it's cardio or weights or, anything along those lines, so to speak. So what is the magic formula when it comes to losing weight? Is there a magic formula? Do we concentrate on weights alone? Do we concentrate on cardio? Now, these are my particular tips when it comes to losing weight. This is what actually worked for me. So initially, when I started my weight loss journey, my main thing was to try and eat healthy as possible. Because as you know, in order to lose body fat or any substantial amount of weight or weight at all period, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So essentially, I was trying to clean up my diet, incorporate as much exercises as possible. We'll touch on what sort of exercise I did. But my main thing was to make sure my diet was good. So that was my number one thing. When it came to the weights and the cardio, I'll be honest with you, my initial thought was cardio. In order to lose weight, you need to lose all that body fat, and obviously you need to do as much cardio as you can. That is not always the case. That's not necessarily the case. Yes, cardio will help you lose weight, but if you want a good, healthy, athletic look, you need to incorporate weights with that also. There's no point in just, losing that body fat, doing as much cardio as you particularly can, and you don't look healthy. At the end of the day, if you're someone who's myself, who's, in my late 30s, has kids, works 9 to 5, I don't want to be looking tired. That's the main thing. And if you don't incorporate weights within your workout, that's what's going to happen. You're just going to look like someone who's been battered almost. So essentially, make sure you incorporate your weights. There's no sort of like rule to say you must not do weights if you're trying to lose body fat. You must, well, for me personally, I would advise you to incorporate a weight routine within your workout. My initial split when it came to losing the amount of body fat I did was sort of like 60-40. So it'd be 60% cardio and 40% weights. And even when I was doing those cardio sessions, it wasn't like I was doing, 5-mile runs or 3-mile runs here and there. Literally, I was just walking on the treadmill for like half an hour, 45 minutes. But I did that 3 or 4 times per week. So that allowed me not only to, remain in a comfort zone and not sort of like stress myself out by running all the time, but it allowed me to gradually, slowly melt that fat off my body. So walking is a great form of cardio. A lot of people underestimate the power of walking because they think because you're going at a steady pace, you're not really burning body fat. But I tell you one thing, if you clean up your diet and go for, say, a 45-minute or hour walk every other day or 3 times a week, you will lose weight. That is a fact. Yes, it worked for me, and I know I always say in my videos, not everything that works for me will work for everyone else. However, if you've got a specific illness or anything along those lines that will prevent you from losing the weight that way, then that is a different matter or a different subject. However, if you're just a normal, healthy person, so to speak, where you're looking to lose that substantial amount of body fat and all you want to do, input some sort of exercise or some sort of routine within your lifestyle that will help you lose that amount of weight, whether it's 4 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, start off walking and gradually build it up. You don't necessarily need to run all the time. And if you incorporate that 60% of the time and the rest, say 40% weights, you'll be absolutely fine. There's no gold dust, there's no set rules, there's no magic potion when it comes to losing weight. It's just the basic 3 things of being in a caloric deficit, yes, doing cardio sessions, but also do weightlifting sessions. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you want that healthy physique. I'm not necessarily saying that you need a 6-pack or huge arms or toned legs. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is you want that healthy look. You want to lose that body fat, regardless if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever your age group is. You want to lose that body fat, you want to feel good, and most important, you want to be stress-free. Nobody wants to work out and be stress related, so to speak. Because that, again, can help you put on weight. Especially if you're doing cardio sessions, you're trying to run as fast, you feel like you're putting all the work in, and you're not seeing those skills, or you're not seeing any results when it comes to, obviously, you losing weight or body fat. That will stress you out. That will stress you out, and it will make you change up things as well. You won't have any patience no more, so you'll end up rushing things. At the end of the day, if we're new to fitness, a lot of us, our body will go into shock, especially when it comes to dieting. When I initially started my fitness journey as well, I went through a whole body recomposition stage. You know, my stomach was sticking out. I looked like Donald Duck essentially. I had a round stomach, you know, my bottom was cocked out, I was waddling along. And the thing is, I thought I looked fine. It's only now, until I'm looking back in my pictures, I'm thinking, oh my God, I was an absolute mess. I looked an absolute mess, but I didn't actually see that at the time. It's only literally, like I said, in 2020, well, 2019 going into 2020, when lockdown is literally just about to start, it's where I thought to myself, I need to lose weight. I don't look right. And looking at me now in comparison to what I looked like then, completely different. You know, as an older person now, I actually look better older than I did when I was younger, which is absolutely crazy. In terms of my body recompositioning, I had to do all my sort of like my compound exercises. So, you know, my deadlifts, my squats, my bench presses, all of these things when it comes to sort of like your weight exercises has to be incorporated. Or again, like I said, your body, although you're losing weight, you're not going to look healthy. Going back to my previous comment, you don't have to be looking like the Mrs. America 2000 and whatever, or you don't need to be look like the next Mr. Muscle. It's not about that. All it is, it's about looking healthy. And in order to look healthy, you have to include the weights within your lifestyle in terms of not only cardio, especially, like I said, especially when it comes to losing weight. At the moment, I'm going through a lean bulk stage where I'm still eating healthy. I'm not in a calorie deficit, actually in a slightly above maintenance sort of like diet at the moment. You know, I'm still doing my weights. I'm still slightly doing a progressive overload. Like I say, I go to the gym myself, so I haven't got anyone to spot me or anything like that. So I'm not gonna go overboard when it comes to putting on weights. You know, if I'm pushing sort of like 20 on each side, I'm gonna throw in a 5 on each side. You know what I mean? If I know I can push sort of like 10 on each side, but I'm straining, you know, so you got 30 on one side, 30 on another side, but I'm straining, then I'm just gonna replace those 10s with the 5s. So I'm still doing my exercises, I'm still doing my weights, I'm still doing sort of like, you know, a progressive overload, but I'm not killing myself. And at the end of the day, I'm improving each time. I'm improving. Like I said, it doesn't matter what age you are, 20, 30, 40, 50. You can do it and you can achieve it. You have to have that mindset where you just don't focus on one thing. You just don't focus on cardio, cardio, cardio. You don't focus on weights, weights, weights. What you need to focus on is your overall goal, which is losing weight, losing that body fat. You know, if you are looking to bulk up, then maybe ease off the cardio a little bit. Maybe do 70% or 80% weights, 20% cardio. But again, it's entirely up to you. What I would advise, starting off, 60% cardio, 40% weights. But that aside, 100% diet. 100% diet. Listen, some of you guys that are just starting off, it'd be amazing to see how, you know, your journey goes on in terms of once you've changed your diet, the amount of fat you've lost off your body. Because I'm telling you, the power of diet is so underrated. Technically, you can lose weight literally without weights, cardio, and just focusing on your diet. Easy. Easy. But like I said, if you want that healthy look, you know, if you want that nice physique, obviously incorporate cardio. And also, if you've hit a plateau stage where you've lost weight, But for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks, you can't see the numbers dropping. You don't feel like you've made any achievement or any progression to what you was before, and you haven't hit your goal anywhere near. Bump up your cardio session just a little bit more, ramp it up a bit. So if you're going for a walk, say 2 or 3 times per week, and those walks are, I don't know, 45 minutes or half an hour, bump it up to another day, perhaps. So instead of doing 3-4 weeks, maybe try and squeeze in 5. I know it's hard. I really know, and I appreciate it's hard because, like I said, some of us work in the office from 9 to 5s. Some of us are working at home, so we're sort of like more, you know, statutory, literally in front of a computer all day long. So it's hard to go for walks. But if you can increase your cardio or your steps, and you're consistent with it, absolutely fine. You'll be absolutely fine. So my good people, that is it from me today. Just to conclude, to answer your question, do you require cardio or do you require weights when it comes to losing body fat? The answer is you need both. Absolutely, you need both. However, you know, like I said, what personally worked for me was the 60-40 split, 60% cardio, 40% weights. But overall, your diet, obviously you need to be in a caloric deficit. If you're free in this channel, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe.
Peace. Exchange for gains. Move it, Karen. Time I make those lifestyle changes. Do it like Darren.